Hello friends, welcome to BISP Solutions. Myself Ashwin and I work as a technical consultant at BISP Solutions. Now, in the last two videos, we have seen neural network classification, right? And in this, at that time, we have seen only the PPT, right? How it is done. Now, in this video, I am going to show you practically. I will run the commands and then I will show you how it is done, right? So let's come here again. Now see here. Here is, you can see the home and I have just created a blank instance of Jupyter notebook, right? Okay, now let's see this. This is a blank instance, and now I will run some examples of neural network. Okay, so let me start. First of all, we will see PyTorch neural network classifications. So let me put the heading here. So for this, we need to put a hash and then markdown. Okay, now Now let's start here. First of all, make classification data and get it ready. So first of all, what we need to do, we will make some circle data set. See here, we will use the make circle method for scikit-learn to generate two circles with different color dots. Now, as a markdown, it's a raw. Okay. Now see here, we will use some libraries of circle. So from scikit-learn dot dataset import make circles. Let me type this. Now see here what it is written from scikit-learn dataset import make circles. We are importing the dataset of circle. This is just for our learning purpose, right? Make 1000 samples, number of data, that is 1000 rows or 1000 number of data, right? First of all, n sample equal to 1000, create circle x, y, make circles n sample noise that is 03 and random state that is 42 and just okay. Now see here, I'm just entering this and let's see. Okay, now what we have done, first of all, make circle and shape. Now let's view the first 5 and x value, x and y value. So I will make it as a markdown here. I will put two hashtags. Okay, now how it will be done. So first of all, I will use the print command. Now look at this. Initial 5 values, x and y values, right? So since we have 1000 values, but out of which we have taken initial 5 values. These are the commands with which you can do this. Now there are two x values per one y value, right? Two x value per one y value. So let me make it this also. Just double hash, one more hash, markdown. Why I am writing this? So that you can memorize it easily. Now again I will put here. Now import pandas as PD. Now we need some pandas data. Why pandas data? Because we need to create some data frame. We have taken the values, that is fine, and now we have explained this value. But for this we need a data frame also. So these are the data frames, right? So x1, x2, and then label is y. So that is the y value, right? Now let me write down the narration also for this for easy understanding. It looks like each pair of x features x1, y and label is y value of either 0 or 1. This tells us that our problem is binary classification since there is only two options, yes or no, or 0 or 1. So as we have seen here, two x values per one y value, right? Now, let's move ahead. Check different labels, right? These are the labels. Now, what I'm going to do, visualize the plot. Now we will visualize with plot. So let me put down the code here. Now see here, look at this. Import matplotlib, pyplot, plt, x and y, scatter. Now here we have put the value and then how it looks like this, right? Now, this is just a plotting of data. We have done nothing else. This is just plotting of data. What we have taken, we first of all, for learning purpose, we have taken our own data and then we have plotted that data. Fine. Now, see here. Let's find out how we could build a PyTorch neural network to classify dots. So far, we have just explained, we have just plotted the data. Now, let me put another code here. Now, look at this. First of all, X sample, Y sample. We have to divide it into samples, sampling, and then X train, Y train. That will come in our another part. So, let me put the narration also for your understanding. Just a second, markdown, we need to do it as raw. Otherwise, it would consider it as code. Now, see here, turn data into tensor. Now, our next task is to modeling this data. This is what we have taken the data. We have just plotted this data, how it looks like. Now, we have to model. So, first of all, we need to create the tensors. For this, we need one more library, that is NumPy library, right? So let me pull that library here also. Here is the NumPy library, right? First five samples, right? Now, what is here? Okay, NumPy torch, import. Just a second, let me pull it from here, then come here, then here, expected NP and D array. Let me start from the beginning. Okay, now here we come. Okay, now fine. Now see here. First of all, we have created the tensors, right? Now here we have created the tensors. Now after that, what will happen? Here the tensors are created. Now what we need to do here, let me put the narration also here. Here I will put and the raw, right? Instead of making it raw, I will put here 3 dash 3 hash, then make it as markdown, right? Now see here. We will use test size 80% and 20 for training for 80% and 20 for testing purpose, right? So train test module work like this only. So split the data first. So controls, let me show you this. Look at this. 880% is for training purpose, 20% is for testing purpose. Likewise, we have done in our previous videos. I recommend you to watch my previous videos. So train test, we are now creating the tensors. Then we have to create a train test model. Okay. Now you got 800 for training and 8 200 for testing. So I will put here. Okay. Now setting up devices. Let me again. Let me change the raw. Look at this. Setting up device code, and now constructing a model by subclassing nn dash model, nn dot model. Right. So now we will create a model. And how we will create a model, that we will see in our upcoming next video. So I recommend you to watch this complete video again. See, let's have a quick recap first. What we have done, first of all, we have taken the samples of make circle library, and then we have taken first 5 values to see. We found that every one y value, there are two x values. We converted into the data frame first, then we can just plotted that data. It was plotting something like this, right? Now we have to create the x and y variable. Then for this we need to build a model. So before building model, we need to create the tensors. So these tensors are created, and after that we will build a model, right? So now we will build a model in our upcoming next video. So till that, you practice this, and then we will continue from here in our next video. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe my channel. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching the video.